Hello everyone, it's Demon Walker here, and today I'm going to do something different. I picked up a box of Surging Sparks Pokemon cards. I happened to get really lucky on my way out the door of Walmart one day, and it looked like they had just restocked. So I said, okay, well, I've been wanting to open Pokemon cards for a long time, so I bought this. I have no idea if these are really worth the, I think, 36 bucks I paid for them, but we'll see, I suppose. I'm actually kind of excited. I'd been wanting to open Pokemon cards for a while, so being able to get them is pretty neat. I actually was even checking the aisle every day just to see when they would restock. And it's the only time I've seen them restock in the several weeks that I've been watching for it. That's a lot of packaging just to get to another set of packaging. Okay. And I'm certain you can see in the background there are several other boxes of waifu cards that I have up. I have a bit of a backlog. I realized that I had recorded basically a year's worth of videos in the span of like 2 months. So, while I didn't stop buying waifu cards right away, I have slowed down my purchasing and I haven't recorded anything in a while. So this is actually the first video I've recorded in several months. So, yeah, I'm a little out of practice. Alright. So 10 cards in a pack. Pretty good pack art. Ooh, Executor. I don't know how good this is. Based off what I saw online, these packs are not super great with hit rates. Otherwise, I mean, this is mostly just going to be for my enjoyment. And the enjoyment of any others. I do know there's a certain method most people like to open their Pokemon cards. They, like, flip it over. I'll try that. I think it's, like, 3 off of the back. You put up front, and then this is supposed to be the rare card? If I'm wrong, we'll find out pretty quick. Alright. Well, I think I've already messed up, but, Oricoro? I think that was Gen 8. That was a neat Pokemon. Yeah, I messed up. I can already see, so I'm going to put those back. Maybe it's just one for this pack. So, basic Metal Energy. Ooh, Sandy Guest. Who remembers playing in the sand? I never went to beaches, so I didn't really get to. Drillbur, nice Unova Pokemon. Ooh, and a Magnemite. Kanto. I've been enjoying Pokemon a lot. Starting to get into getting like ROMs and stuff. And I'm trying to decide if I want to mess with this trading card game or not. Based off of what I asked one of the shop owners for my local card store, it's not too expensive. Ooh, Koraidon, Ancient. Considering it looks like it's a common, I guess it's not super amazing, but that's kind of neat. Ooh, and Mesprit. Looks holographic. Back in the day, I was actually trying to collect... Oh, Reverse Holo, I think. I was trying to collect every legendary. Not realizing that was going to be an impossible task. And there's that Oricoro again, and then Skeletor, Proper Holo. I haven't heard anything about this, so I guess he's not super crazy. I don't know, that's neat. He wasn't my starter choice when I played Scarlet and Violet. I chose Quaxley because I thought nobody would pick the stupid duck, and I could go wonder trading and hopefully end up with the other two, which is what happened. But Fuecoco actually took me the longest. I did end up getting somebody else's Quaxley before I got a Fuecoco. Alright, so I think it's just one card for this pack. So another basic energy. Got a Diggy Diglett. Why is it a steel type? Isn't Diglett supposed to be like a ground type? Oh, it's a low-end Diglett. I don't remember what a low-end Diglett's typing is. That's why. It's been a while since I played some of the gens, like Gen 7, Gen 6. I actually only just finished Gen 8 for the first time. And yeah, there's a reason why it took so long to play through Gen 8. It was not a very fun game, in all things considered. It did have some cool stuff, but man, I think Scarlet Violet did a much better job. But really, most of the games after Gen 5, I don't think were all that amazing. I can't really remember much of them. Let's see. Lively Stadium? I don't know what place that is. I'm not good with names at all. Ooh, Chien Pao, though. That's cool. I definitely remember this legendary in Scarlet Violet. He was one of the cool guys. Very nice. So I honestly have no idea how to tell what Pokemon cards are like high-end or not. If this was Magic, I'd have kind of an idea. Really, Magic is the only one I know. So if I see something really, really good, I'm probably not going to know it's really, really good. Unless it has, like, really fancy artwork or something. Nope, got the Fuecoco. Now I just need his middle evolution, and then I'll have the whole line. Mantine from Gen 2. I hated trying to catch this thing back in the day. It did not want to cooperate at all. Nice little Bronzong. I kind of feel like this needs a third evolution. Bronzong just looks incomplete to me for some reason. And Surledge, so now I've got one of each of the evolutions for this guy. This is the cooler one in my opinion, and I think the better quality one anyway. And Flutermane. I only got Violet, so I didn't get to get the ancient Pokemon. I only have the future ones. Unfortunately, my buddy who did get it never got far enough so he could trade me those exclusives. So my Pokédex is still incomplete. It's a shame because I bought the game for him so he could do that. Ooh, Vivergoff. Very nice. And Doug Trio with that luxurious mane. That's one of the silliest things. The Tapu Koko? I know this is a Gen 7, like, legendary or mystical or whatever. But I didn't actually do most of the Gen 7 post-game content. A lot of it that I would believe I remember was kind of tied in Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. But I also heard that Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon basically played exactly the same way as Sun and Moon. So I didn't buy it. And because of that, I just kind of didn't play any further into Sun and Moon either. It's kind of stupid of me. I'm going back and playing it on the emulator now. But it's not quite the same playing on emulator. It's a lot harder. And we got ourselves a Phoebus. Everybody hates catching this thing. I'm also playing a Gen 3 emulator, and I'm not looking forward to trying to go through and catch it. Got my Fuecoco line at least. And the Myces. Everybody loves the Myces. remember much of Spoopa. It's not really the type of Pokemon I use. I usually get a bug type and immediately box it. Another deck trio. That one's not shiny. A Wuxian. I think I usually box legendaries, and this one I don't remember getting talked about much, so I don't know much about this guy. At least assuming you consider him a legendary. Teaser toy. That's cute. I like that you can play with Pokemon now. And that's neat. This is the Ace spec card, it looks like. I vaguely know bits and pieces about modern Pokemon. I don't know if this is like a cool cards, but I did buy some penny sleeves just in case I pulled anything worth money that I think is worth money. But yeah, that's pretty neat. And that looks like a full art Stunfish. I actually used this guy in my first playthrough in Gen 5 and regretted it because he is so terrible. But it is full art, so I will sleeve him up as well. I might do a quick price check on like TCG Player just to see what these things are worth. I don't know if I'll actually get rid of any unless I really don't like the Pokemon, like Stunfish and Gastrodon. I'm glad they have both of them, but I think it would have been cool if they had two different art styles of Gastrodon, one of each, both the East Coast and West Coast. But yeah, that's nice. It's a shame that these are only 6 packs to a small little box. Unfortunately, it seems like scalping has really destroyed the ability to easily collect Pokemon cards. I'm used to card games like Magic where you buy a 30 card or a 30 pack box. You play Yu-Gi-Oh where you get, I don't know, 30 to 36 packs in a box. So only getting 6 packs in a box is honestly a little underwhelming. I mean, yeah, it's 10 cards per pack at least, but Magic's 14, so it doesn't really matter all that much. Ooh, Annihilate. This guy's cool. I remember getting him in my Scarlet Violet playthrough. Gravity. I'm certain there's a gimmick for this. Probably if you were running either basics or only stage 1s. But why? And another deck trio. That's definitely a common card. Alright, and Energy Search Pro. Another Ace spec. I think this is at least similar to one of the older cards from back in like base set that I played, so I can at least understand this one. I know a lot of those base set cards basically got this Ace spec treatment where you can still use one, but it prevents them from being too overpowered. But past that, I really don't know much about it. Glimmet. This was the baby form of Scarlet Violet's champion Ace, right? I didn't really use it because it wasn't that great. Ooh, Cofagirus. Very nice. I think when I replay Gen 5, I will try and use this guy. Because I don't usually use ghost types all that much, if at all. I've never been really a huge Gengar lover. I mean, he's neat and all. But when you don't have a trade partner, it's really hard to be like, yeah, this guy's awesome. I'm going to use him, and we're going to have a good time. And that just kind of extended to how I treat all ghost types, unfortunately. I don't care. Another Slack Off. Ooh, a different Orico. And Bronzor. Now I have the evolution line. Morlul. I think Marissa would like this Pokemon. This little mushroom thing. That'd be a neat crossover. Pokemon and Toho. I don't know how you do it other than the Toho Mom ROMs, hacks. But that wouldn't be quite the same because that's just Pokemon mechanics with the Toho characters as your Pokemon. Nah, I want to see like Toho characters using Pokemon. Ooh, very nice, Uxie. I think that just means I have one more of these, then I'll have all three. Ooh, this guy was a pain when I was trying to catch him in Sword. He just would not go in the ball. I eventually gave up and caught his baby form. Ooh. Ooh, this is kind of cool. I honestly don't know where to get this guy in game. I know what he evolves from. I just haven't found him. I have Sword, so maybe he's a Shield exclusive. Pretty neat. All right. Well, that's it for this booster bundle. If I get lucky and see more in the future, I will try and buy more. Just because I do want to try and get back into Pokemon and maybe play the TCG proper. I have one other bundle that I bought from my local card shop, and I'll go through that next. But outside of that, I honestly have no idea when I'm going to get more Pokemon stuff. I'm mainly still going to focus on the waifu cards because a box of this is 20 to 30 bucks for about 30 cards. And this is 30 bucks for, 60 cards. But the waifu cards go a little faster, and I feel like they're more interesting to look at. I honestly don't know how to go about doing anything with these Pokemon cards. Like I can take a Slack off, for example, and be like, yeah, look at that artwork, look at his fingies, look at that Darpy smile, how he's doing nothing. Or I could go through and talk about the attack. Take it easy, heal 60 from this, and it can't retreat next turn. I don't know if that would be interesting though, especially since there's a lot of text on these cards, and that could get to be really long videos for something that, if you actually play this TCG, you already know all this. Maybe I could save it for the fancier cards, like this Arculodon EX, and just show off his artwork, and go through his abilities. But again, I don't know how much you care about that. Since I have such a high backlog of other videos that I've already got recorded and edited, I'm going to try and just push this out a little sooner ahead of the schedule. And if you guys want to let me know what you think I should do with any Pokemon or even other card game boxes, because I do have another card game. I bought one of this Union Arena that I intend to go through an unboxing for at some point. Let me know how you'd like to see those unboxed, and I will wait to do any more until I get feedback. But that is going to be it on this video. I hope to see you all next time. Have a great rest of your day.